Принц и Нищий, the Prince and the Pauper. Chapter 5. Tom in the King's Palace. When the prince left Tom in the cabinet, Tom did not know what to do at first. Then he came up to the great mirror and began to turn himself this way and that way before it. Next he took out the beautiful sword and bowed. "Do I look like a real prince?" he thought. "I wonder if the boys from Awful Court will believe my story when I get home." Half an hour passed and he began to worry. The prince was absent a long time. "What shall I say if anybody comes and sees me in the prince's clothes with his sword?" he thought. "Will they hang me for this?" He was afraid. He waited and waited, and he was more and more worried. He came up to the door and opened it. 6 servants and 2 pages bowed low before him. He shut the door quickly. This way and that way, то так, то этак. He walked up and down the room. Он ходил взад и вперед по комнате. Mercy, смилуйтесь, пощадите. More dead than alive with fear. Полумертвый от страха. Oh, they mock at me, he thought. Now they will go and tell about me. They will hang me. Oh, why did I only come here? What did I do with my life? Now I shall die soon. He walked up and down the room, afraid and unhappy. Suddenly the door opened, and a page in silk clothes said, "Lady Jane Grey." A very young girl in a rich dress came up to him, but she stopped suddenly and said in a low voice, "What is the matter with you, my lord?" Tom fell down on his knees and said, "Mercy, mercy, I'm not a lord, I'm only poor Tom Canty of Awful Court in the city. Please let me see the prince. He will give me my rags back and let me leave the palace. Please, oh please." The young girl was so surprised that she did not know what to say. She could only cry out, "Oh, what is the matter with you, my lord? You are on your knees and to me." She ran away in fear, and poor Tom was more frightened now. He thought, there is no hope and no help now. Soon they will come and take me. Tomorrow they will hang me. While Tom lay there on the floor, more dead than alive with fear, groups of lords and ladies gathered in the halls and corridors of the palace. They whispered to one another, "The prince is mad, the prince is mad." For some time they talked about one thing only, about the prince and his madness. Then a lord appeared. He passed from one hall to another, repeating the same words in a loud voice. "In the name of the king, upon pain of death, let nobody listen or talk about the false news of the princess's madness. In the name of the king." Everybody stopped whispering at once. Soon they began to say to one another, "The prince, see, the Prince of Wales is coming." Poor little Tom came slowly, walking past the crowds of great lords who were bowing low to him. 2 lords walked on each side of him, holding his arms to help him walk. Behind him followed several court doctors and several servants. "In the name of the king, именем короля, upon pain of death, let nobody listen or talk." Под страхом смерти воспрещается слушать и говорить.